Hi guys, hope you're all good. I'm going to be starting a series where I'm basically going to do sciencey type stuff. I mean, I haven't done like A-level science, or I haven't done any of the sciences at uni, but I'm just going to talk about things, that interest me and maybe helpfully teach you as such. So I'm going to start off basically talking about basic time travel and how it is possible. I'm going to make it kind of as simple as I can and as easy to understand. I'll be giving like kind of explanations using, say, Call of Duty or something like that, so, or GTA, whatever. So I'm going to keep this as simple as I can, and hopefully you'll learn something. I don't know how many episodes I'm going to do, because there's quite a bit to talk about when it comes to time travel, but let's just start. Okay, so the best way of explaining it is there's three dimensions that we know of that applies to everything. These are the width of something, the height of something, and the length of something. But there's also a fourth kind of length, and that's the length of time. So your gaming console might last 4 years, or it could last for 10 years, depending on what you've got. But when we can't see this length, but this length is also applied to space. So if we were to travel through time, we'd need to travel through this fourth dimension. So for example, let's say your Call of Duty soldier, he runs forward in a straight line, that's one dimension. If he turns left or right, that's a second dimension. Jumps around while spinning and like a lunatic, and that's, boom, third dimension. But what we need for our fourth dimension is like a wormhole. Let's give an example of a Call of Duty map. Wormholes are always forming, like, they're so small though, they're billion, trillion, trillionths of a centimetre across. I mean, that's pretty small. I mean, there's not much that you can kind of compare it to. I mean, it's smaller than atoms, and it's like these cracks in the atoms. You have these tiny little wormholes, and we know that they're there, but you can't fit a human through there. It'd be like, so say you've got a Call of Duty map, and you're at one end of the map, and then all the way across there's this other kind of map. What a wormhole in theory does, if you were to get that map like vertically, horizontally even, and bend it kind of down as if you're trying to snap it, the wormhole would be from the top of the map that you were just at, and then the bottom, and if you were to go through it while it's bent, it's much quicker, isn't it? I mean, if you get a bit of paper like I have, and then hold it out straight in front of you, and then like bend it, the distance is then shortened from those two spaces. I know this is all very confusing, and I'm trying to make things as simple as possible, but I'm almost definitely positive that it is possible to travel forwards in time. Like, one of the main issues we have though is paradoxes. Everyone must have heard of a paradox, the whole one, like, if you killed your granddad you would never have been born, that sort of thing. So let's say we have a scientist who has built a wormhole and has gone a minute before he invented that wormhole and shot himself. See, you've got the issue of how did that happen? And I mean, why would anyone, shoot themselves unless he needed like the headshot for the gold camo? But that's a whole different thing we need to talk about here. We then kind of, it physically doesn't work. Like, it's against the whole rules that we base the universe on, which is the cause and effect. Trying to figure out how to explain this well was very difficult for me, but I'm going to give it a go, and hopefully I can explain it. Okay, basically, when you have cause and effect, it means there must be an event, which is the cause, then a second event after that, which is the effect. So you've got the kind of the event that happens, and then the effect of which that event causes. I can't really explain it unless kind of like a consequence of something, the consequence of the event that's happened, because the scientist like killing himself is impossible, so there's got to be a reason why the universe makes this impossible to do. And the problem is the wormhole itself. I've just realised I've gone on for quite a bit, so I'll finish off why the wormhole itself causes the issue, because it gets slightly more complicated, but as long as you remember, there's 4 dimensions: length, width, height, and and time. You so far got it. And you can travel in the other 3 dimensions, and you can travel in the 4th, and I'll explain how to next time. I mean, you personally won't be able to unless you have lots of money and a really big machine. But yeah, that's the first of it. I hope you enjoyed that and have learned something. If you have, put it in the comments below, and I'm moving my hands like an idiot. And if you have any other thoughts, kind of, if you think it's possible, or maybe you have some theories, put them in the comments below, because I'll be really interested to read them and kind of discuss with you your views. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next episode. Goodbye.